People have been hammering at me for Fire Emblem Month.
Fire Emblem Month? Okay.
Because people know that I'm obsessed with Fire Emblem. So I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of countdowns I could do about Fire Emblem. And it's also going to give me an excuse to rip and tear into one of my least favorite characters ever.
Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you who.
Dude, it's no mystery who I hate in Fire Emblem at this point. These guys could probably tell you. Someone in the Twitch stream or someone in the stream chat right now, just tell them exactly who I'm talking about. You guys know who it is.
If it's not someone from Awakening or Fates, then I'm not gonna know who it is.
Here's the thing, Gangrel used to be that. I did do my top 10 least favorite Fire Emblem characters, and Gangrel was number 1. But another character usurped that spot, and CMF has it right.
It's Corrin, really?
I despise Corrin.
Okay, I mean, I'll wait to hear that rant, but I'll take your word on that.
I'm assuming you don't really have that same opinion.
I'm more just ambivalent about Corrin, you know. Like,
yeah.
I only played Birthright.
I think I am ambivalent towards Corrin to a degree, but then I realize how much of a freaking idiot and hypocrite he is.
Is that because okay? Again, I've only played Birthright, so I don't know if Corrin is worse when taken into the context of the other games.
He's worse in Revelation. He's better in Conquest.
Okay.
But you don't need to play any of the specific routes to know that this dude is a hypocrite. I can explain it to you right now.
I mean, if you want to, I feel if you want to wrap up the stream though, I don't know if you want to
his kid.
Whatever you want to do. What?
His kid.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Corrin spends the first part of the game complaining about the fact that he has to be isolated in a tower, away from the real world, not being able to experience it, and practically being locked away for most of his early life. He did the exact same thing to Kana!
I understand completely.
And that's just a beautiful cherry on top of this shit sundae.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, honestly, I think Fates was really dumb with implementing the child characters.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's okay, Awakening had an excuse because it's part of the narrative that the child characters come back through time and help things. But in Fates, it's just we raised our kids in a pocket dimension for some reason.
Dude, I'm going to
decided that we could be better parents this way.
I'm planning on explaining this in a special video that I have planned for Fire Emblem Month. But long story short, you want to know one aspect or one very, very simple detail that they could have implemented in the Fire Emblem Fates games that could have fixed so much shit, so much of it?
What's up?
A time skip.
Yeah. You'd think that they just
start the game. Game. Either leave it at 6 chapters or make it 10 chapters like usual. Then you have the split, either Birthright or Conquest. Have each one have legitimate consequences, and then you meet up in the middle. And then you meet up at the end of either one of those paths. Skip 20 years, and suddenly we have the Revelations arc.
Nah, just raise your children in a pocket dimension, my dude. just raise your kids in a way where they grow up without you for most of their life.
Absolutely the frick not.
This show is so stupid.
I don't give Fire Emblem or Intelligent Systems an excuse on this one because you want to know what?
No.
My idea, that aspect that I came up with, the time skip, they've done it before.
Yeah.
In Genealogy of the Holy War. And it worked.
And they would later go on to do it again.
Yeah! 3 houses!
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate Fate so much. I love the game. It's like it plays so freaking well. The mechanics are wonderful. The music and like everything about the game is wonderful. But the narrative.
Yeah.
And like here's the thing. Here's the real tragic thing about it, dude. I'm a gamer who loves gameplay aspects. I prioritize gameplay over story. If a game has a bad story but is wonderfully fun to play, I don't mind. Fates broke that limit.
Yeah.
The fact that I can't enjoy this game because the narrative is so garbage balls terrible.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
that like, even I can't stomach it.
Yeah, and it's like that's a big part of Fire Emblem is how compelling the narrative can get. And so it's like if you just have these moments of like strategy, then like they're not tempered with an actual compelling narrative, then it's kind of just...
I swear I need to have a stream where I just rant about Fire Emblem Fates or something, dude. I could go on this tirade for hours.
Yeah, if you can ever get like if you ever can get like a way to like stream Fates, just you get your raw like I'm having fun, but this shit is so stupid. It is
bad. Yeah. It sucks too because the gameplay is phenomenal.
Yeah. Like
they implemented so many great mechanics into the game. They streamlined the partner system. The support system is even better than it was in Awakening. The new classes, the new mechanics, they got away with durability on weapons, which I personally don't like, but I understand that actually did help other people get into it as well. And, hey, I like the idea that Birthright gave us more of a modern experience, while Conquest gave us a more classic experience. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Someone fire the schmuck who wrote this garbage in the writing department!
Yeah. I'm going to say, listen, I have a friend who has been, like, playing Fates, and it's like every time I see him, he's, like, telling me how much he's enjoying the game, but also just fucking hates it. And, like...
It's like the story was written as a fan fiction by one of the Intelligent System's unpaid intern's dyslexic niece.
Yeah, see, and, like, I'm going to say, like, I loved Awakening, but in retrospect, I kind of wish it wasn't as influential on the franchise as it was. Like, I like the support systems and stuff, but it's like I do kind of like it does start to feel like they're kind of shirking the story a bit and are kind of letting it become
here's the thing. I'm okay with Awakening. Like, I'm perfectly fine with how Awakening, like, you know, played out.
Yeah.
And one way or another, whether you like Awakening or not, whether you prefer classic Fire Emblem or whether you, like, think the new Fire Emblem is a piece of trash, Awakening saved the franchise.
Yeah,
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And, like, yeah, a lot of influence does end up being a bad thing in the long run. But at the same time, if they did not have that influence, we wouldn't have the Fire Emblem we have today. And for all intents and purposes, the franchise is better for it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I love what Awakening did. Does it have problems? Absolutely. Are there things that they could have done better? With no question at all. Like, there are still things about Awakening that kind of tick me off, personally. Quite frankly, like, say what you will about the time travel mechanic, I think it's excusable, but that's just it. It's excusable.
Yeah.
But they implemented some really good stuff. The child mechanics is good. What modern gamer nowadays doesn't like a shipping mechanic? Seriously, though.
That's true.
But, like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm willing to forgive Awakening, particularly because it didn't do anything obtrusively bad.
Yeah, like, I thought Awakening was really great, but I do also kind of hope that it can go, like, that now that it's like gotten a lot more commercial success, I am hoping that it can go back, that the series can sort of go back to its roots a bit.
No, I agree with you. But that's the thing, like, I think Fire Emblem Three Houses kind of did that a little bit while also still doing, like, its own thing. Because...
yeah.
Oh my god, can I say something about Three Houses? Choosing a route has consequences! Thank God!
I can't weigh in on this discussion because I haven't played it yet, but I will take your word for it.
I love Three Houses, particularly because, like, no matter what path you go through in the games, like, this is not, like, going into spoiler territory or whatnot, like, at least not entirely, but I like the fact, unlike Fates, I like the fact that in Three Houses, there is not a everyone survives route.
Yeah.
I love the fact that my choices in Three Houses have like, genuine weight to them. And it makes me want to save as many people as I can, knowing that I can't save all of them. And let me actually talk about that for a second.
I should actually just say, is it appropriate for us to be launching into a conversation about Fire Emblem at the tail end of the stream?
I don't give a crap at this point.
Okay, then go off, dude.
Mainly because I got hit with some inspiration just now. Someone asked me in my Shantae stream, not like a couple weeks ago, what's a game that I couldn't stomach the price for? And I was like, price is not usually a big issue for me, right? Like, I actually think that games are relatively fairly priced. Some things get a little bit expensive, but you know what? Like, hey, games are expensive to make. Conquest was $50, or like $40. Birthright was $40, and you had to pay another like 30 or 20 for Revelations.
Okay.
That's over $100 to try and experience a full scope of a fuck-awful story. What
fair.
the hell were they thinking with that? You're telling me that I have to fork over 100 goddamn dollars, like over $100, over 100,000 US cents to experience a story that was written by monkeys.
I'm just going to say, like, one of the things I love about talking to you, is that you can just turn on the energy. Like, your energy is like an on and off switch. You're like, I'm gonna rant about fire. Oh, question in chat. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure. Anyway.
That comes with being a thespian, dude. Oh, man. I guess, like, you know what? I am going to acknowledge this. I suppose part of it is the fact that, you know, I do feel a nostalgia for the older games. My first Fire Emblem game was Fire Emblem 7, which has a very compelling story, a very memorable experience, great characters, great gameplay. I do acknowledge that some of the stuff in Fire Emblem 7 is outdated, though. I hate the fact that you have to play the game God knows how many times to unlock all the supports. Like, holy crap. But, man. I'm with Wombo on this one. I love the fact that Awakening revitalized the franchise, but it came with a lot of extra baggage.
Yeah.
Like, don't even get me started with the zeitness that was Fire Emblem Heroes. I love Fire Emblem Heroes. I play it myself. But, oh boy. Some of the money-grubbing strategies that they implement in that game.
You've probably sent your Twitch viewers on a fucking journey today. You're like, I'm gonna play. Oh well, okay. No pun intended. No pun intended. You set them on a journey. You started with Journey, and then you're like, no, I'm gonna play Risk of Rain 2 because we're done. And you're like,
and
well,
now I'm going on a Fire Emblem tirade.
Yeah, no, just kidding. This was actually a Fire Emblem rant.
Oh man. But, excuse me. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, I like Fire Emblem Fates as a game.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever was in the writing department for that game, don't ever give them another job in intelligence systems ever again. Put them in programming or something.
Keep them far away from the bath salts, please.
Like,
have them right.
Like, the artists, they're doing a great job. The musicians, fantastic. The programmers and the game designers, great.
Yeah, you think any of like the artists and stuff like just played the game after the fact and then just like looked at their writer friends and were like, you fucked this.
Quite frankly, I think
completely fucked this.
Quite frankly, I think Intelligent Systems needs a reevaluation of their writing department because Three Houses was a step in the right direction, but there are still problems with Three Houses when it comes to the narrative.
And they're like, listen, we're called Intelligent Systems. Please don't fuck our writing of all things.
Ironic! Oh, good lord. Alright. Rant over. You guys have fully gotten my grasp on... Well, maybe not fully. There's plenty of other
opinions on Fire Emblem.
There's plenty of other crap I can say about Fire Emblem Fates. Do not get me started on the fact that Leo and Xander and all the royal siblings thought it was a good idea for the entire army of a very, very prestigious kingdom to be led by this schmuck!